After these messages, we'll be right back. You remember those old ABC jingles?
Well, here, let's... And we're back!
I mean, I sort of gave you I sort of gave you something, but you're like, oh, I want to do it my way.
Well, too bad. Let's just beat up Gruntilda. It's not Aline Gruntilda. And who said this game isn't good? That feature alone is
Up against the wall.
that feature alone makes it like the best.
Oh, look, another capsule from the capsule machine.
Yeah,
Oh, did we already unlock a new world?
I think so because we got. Oh, yeah.
No, we have to bring that little capsule to wherever you wanted it.
Yeah. Do do do. I know I've said before this is like my favorite Banjo game, but like I will legit say that this game is like in my at least top 20s.
Really?
I'd say so because
I mean, I've been enjoying the game so far. I just think, I guess one like critique that I have for it is that even for like Xbox 360 game, it does run kind of crusty.
honestly
If there's any like game that I would like to see like an HD remaster of, it's like this one.
it probably
And just smoothing out the gameplay a bit and like maybe make stuff like creation just a tad simpler.
well, when we're editing, we should look up if it actually runs a lot smoother on Xbox or if it's just straight up in emulation. It's probably just straight up emulation, but it could be doing what the... Oh my god.
It might run better on Xbox One because I've heard games like even like Fusion Frenzy run better on the Xbox One.
Yeah, so... You never know. But... Like, because I know the PS5, or whatever it's going to be called, when it runs PS4 games, they'll run it, like, as if it's, like, just a beefier version of the PS4.
Yeah.
So, it's like, it'll actually run a lot better.
God, can you believe that we're gonna be getting fucking like the PS5 and next to Xbox like next year?
Well, let's just call it the PS1. Because that's what Xbox did. But yeah, I'd say this is legit like one of my top 20 games, and by now you guys know I'm being serious about all this stuff, so... because, like, I spent easily like 100 hours into this. Yeah, I had to drop it. Oh, I dropped it way too far, but...
I think you picked up the wrong thing.
You never know. I think I have to knock that down somehow.
Well, there's steps there. You could easily carry that orb up the steps.
Shush. Using logic. Using stairs. Wanted to do it the fancy way, hon. Man, look at those little poly jiggy ornaments.
So what's this world? Is this like the Banjo 1 world? Oh, it's Logbox 720.
That's when Banjo-Kazooie was teasing that like it would be called the 720, not the 1. That's another thing, like everyone thought it was gonna be called the Xbox 720 when this was like originally like the first thing that was calling it that. I just didn't remember that this was like one of the beginning worlds. Or maybe it's at random.
The Logbox 720 sounds like a bootleg Chinese system.
Eh.
Is Klungo a himbo?
It depends on your interests.
Bottles has 2 sets of eyes.
Yeah. She's a bimbo.
And a gutsy girl gamer. Where can I buy her bathwater, please?
Let's buy all the bathwater, hun. Well, let's make some. I bet some people would love gorilla juice. Alright.
Banjo Kazooie. Who ever heard of that game?
Oh yeah, here's something that I think you'd find interesting. I mean, it might not be this one, but I don't think it's this one. There's more discs.
Is that the one that has the...
I know there's Grab by the Ghoulies.
Well, I remember in the old Panoots video, it was like... It had the whole, you know, would people remember this game 8 years later?
Yeah,
and, people have.
I do. I always do.
I think that one's in the Banjo-Kazooie one.
Did anyone remember It's Mr. Pants? Because I don't.
Was that a real game? Because I knew Mr. Pants was sort of Rare's unofficial mascot.
What I did hate is these things. I understand it adds more difficulty and it destroys your car and stuff, but still. I would never beat up this guy. He's a good police officer. I forget if he has
supposed to be like a cop.
He's a cop in the overworld.
Oh, I guess in here he's a game developer.
Which they do change. Which I guess they change up all the time.
Well, that's why I said the first time we play, like every world we visit, all the characters sort of have different roles.
Hmm. Oh, okay. So yeah. Here, I'll just use the basic vehicle. What? Oh. So yeah. I think the basic vehicle should work. If it doesn't, we'll make something.
So what do we have to do in this one?
We have to pick up people.
Did they ever make like a Mr. Pants video game? Since I know it was sort of their mascot, but like the most I heard of it was that they referenced Mr. Pants and like
Get in the car. Oh my god. How? Get in.
Can you like talk to them? Well, if everyone's dead.
How?
Hun, if we wanted to get into the car, we have to buy our bathwater.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we need, I think I know what I did wrong. We have to have actual extra seats.
Oh. So I guess we're making a taxi. Crazy taxi.
Seats.
We could replace the hood. Well, we could just replace the tray with like a few blocks and a few seats.
Thing is that the seats can fall off, so you want to protect those.
Yeah.
So at least add one block in front of each seat. I sort of forgot about that, which isn't a bad feature, by the way, just saying. I mean, everyone needs seatbelt safety, am I right? You don't want them swine cops to come and pull you over for saving everyone, am I right?
Well, I'll put one seat here, one seat here, and I'll just add a few body parts.
How many people do we need to save?
For a second, I misread that as T-pose.
I want to put it above this game to actually say that.
Yeah.
They're pretty knowledgeable.
Was like Banjo one, like the original Banjo Kazooie, was that like one of the first games that sort of was like very fourth wall breaking?
I have no idea. Or was it Conquer? Did Conquer come out before it or after?
Oh, Conquer was like one of the last N64 games.
Weird. I honestly don't know. I didn't even know
this?
I said, well, when you
More protection.
Like protect them from the sides as well.
Maybe I might move around some wheels and stuff.
Yeah.
And we have 45 of these blocks, so... And I'll just, you know...
Yeah, just make a generic thing. I'm sure later on as we get more upgradable things where, like, whenever... Which, by the way, whenever you fight Grunty, she gives you a new, like, addition to the vehicle. Like, I know there's a spring, and then there's, like, air balloons, and then I know you can, like, get, like, what is it? You can fly.
Yeah, you can eventually make, like, a plane or something, or, like, a vehicle that can do, like, everything.
Yeah, so, like, I'm sure once we get some of those, we can, like, perfect this, so, like, none of the spear monster nommers will attack us.
Well, I'll just rearrange the bottom of this so it's, like, all under the cube.
Yeah.
Or I could just highlight everything a part of the cube up here.
But are you sure we only need 2 seats?
Well, that's all we have.
Okay, that's good. I mean, we can always go back and forth and stuff like that.
How do we, like, highlight...
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to move multiples?
Yeah. I think I have to go, like, a layer down.
Okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah, moving a lot of them isn't the most convenient thing.
Now, how do I move it? So, there we go.
Cool. Alright, I think we're all good. At least for now.
We just have to save it.
Save it. Save it.
New blueprint. Blueprint.
Alright, what are we naming it? Crazy Coochie?
New blueprint.
Which, by the way, if you guys are guys, girls, snackers, mixers, anything in between of all those 4 genders, what is it? Just there's a in Boston. There's a new place called Versus. It came out in October of 2018, and dude, they have some awesome retro machines, and people have been comparing it to a smaller version of Dave and Buster's. It's right in the dead set of downtown Boston. It's in like the Barish area, if you know where the City Sports was, or like the Payless Shoes was. You can't miss it. But it has Donkey Kong, Asteroids, all that. But the reason why I'm bringing it up right now is because they have Crazy Gucci, Crazy Taxi. The standing version. I'm not sure how much people like that one, but I don't know. Just I really like it, and I want that business to survive. So, if you're in Boston, definitely check it out. It's a landmark spot. Even if you're like a tourist, definitely go and see it. Oh geez, I think the 360 is like constipated. Alright, time to pick up some chicks. Maybe one chick and then the rest is male. Never know.
Hun, we're gentlemen. We can't pick up women unless we buy their bathwater.
You're not wrong.
Is this joke getting old yet? God, I hope not. Oh, you just have to run into them. Second one's up all the way up there.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to get them in. There we go. They take their good old... And if you bump into anything... There we go.
You know, stylistically, this place really reminds me a lot of Ukulele. Probably because a lot of the same people worked on it. But like,
Oh my god. Get in. Yeah, I'm sure later on we can go.
grabbed by the ghoulies.
I got that game with, like... I actually have a little bit of a story. I got the original Xbox on eBay back when it was like the 360 era, and it came with like 100 games. And it was... half of it was literally sports games, so it's not that impressive. But one of them was grabbed by the ghoulies, but it was... I could play it for like 5 minutes, but then it just couldn't work. It was scratched up to hell. But regardless, it was a good deal for like $60 or something. At least at the time. And the Xbox was functional enough for about a month. Alright, and... So, we at least got it done. We can get the TT trophy later, which, by the way, we figured out TT trophies...
Isn't TT like that clock from Daycon Racing?
Is it?
Yeah, because TT Time Trials. Or did they name that tiger TT? Oh look, there's a Jinjo, we can race him.
How'd that just fly over? I have no idea. Alright, so, boop. Move that.
Oh.
Get into camera.
Oh.
Oh, you want to play?
No, you can play. I just wanted to beat up this Jinjo, since you didn't get to see me beat him up last time.
Oh no, he's reading a scary book. I bet it's Twilight. It's too hetero for us. Too much glitter. Alright, so Jinjo fetch. These creatures are remarkably clumsy. Listen to the tale of the woe instead. I'm just picking up stuff.
I think you can just use like the basic vehicle.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that reminds me. Remember when Banjo was in Sonic Team? No, not Sonic Team Racing, but the original Sonic and All Stars Racing.
Dude, I would play as him all the time.
I think that was his last game appearance.